Paul will know all these things. We had implemented a single spine pay policy from Professor Mills' time. And 2012-2013 was when the arrears were kicking in. That is after placing everybody on the spine. And so we overshot in terms of revenue. We had been assured that it would be revenue neutral, but it turned out, to be quite a burden on the budget. And so wages and salaries went up astronomically. Once we had paid wages and salaries, not as bad as it is today, but something similar on a much smaller scale. And then we took out interest on loans and all that. There was virtually nothing left for it to do anything, And so we did the Seji Forum, in which PB Obeng of blessed memory, was one of the prime movers together with Kwame Pianin and the others. And after that, they came up with a homegrown fiscal consolidation program. We tried to implement it, but the international investors, they didn't believe that we had the discipline to be able to do it. And so we tried to convince them, but they wouldn't budge. And so eventually we realized that, if we were to get credibility behind the program, then we needed to go to the IMF. They wanted to see us under the schoolmaster before they believed that we could implement the program. Now we started talking to the IMF, and they were stalling the program and extending the discussions, negotiations. After a finished meeting, it says, okay, and then they give you another day to meet about a month away. Meanwhile, it was critical to get this program locked in as quickly as possible. So one day, in one of my frustrations, I was in Kumasi and I went to see him. And he asked me how things were going. And then I explained to him what was going on, And then I remembered that, he had quite some good friends in high places, So I said, can you intervene in this thing? I know Jim Wilson is your friend. Can you, get him to speed up these negotiations for a program for us? And he readily accepted. And because of that request, he got ready. He called Jim Wilson. He took a flight. He flew, met him. They went together to Washington. And Jim Wilson took him to, at that time, the IMF director was Madame Lagarde. Yeah. And they went and saw her. And after the meeting, in a short space of time, things changed. And then suddenly, we had the extended credit facility, the ECF. And that is the program that turned the economy around, because I'm proud that under that program, in 2016, almost for the first time in our history, we did zero central bank financing of the budget. We didn't take one single cedi, from the central bank, and then we handed over, to the new administration. So as for Otumfuo, I could say so many things about him. Of course, you've talked about the Gabon thing. He was the prime mover in terms of settling that crisis. And that is because of the historical links that the stool he sits on has with those traditional authorities. Gabon and Ashanti have had those links historically. The same with Gabon and Gonja, Gabon and Mapusi. So because of those traditional links, it made it easy for a person like him to be the interlocutor, to be able to restore peace. Yeah. So we're proud of him, and we're happy that this coin has been issued. I believe that in most countries, and we should have been doing this long before, we commemorate events and people using these coins, and they're a store of value. If you go to South Africa, the Krugerrand, is quite famous worldwide. And to think that we have overtaken South African gold production, then this is the last piece of the jigsaw that we need to put in there. Be able to market our own gold coins, to the international community. So, good initiative. It has our backing, and we thank you very much for the honor that you've done the King.